This is AI.R. Artists in Residence Broadcasting, coming to you once a week from New York City. Hello, I'm John Cullum, and this is my wife, Emily Frankel.
And we are going to do a video.
I should hope so.
And this is a very important topic. Brace yourself.
Oh, really? Really?
Yes.
Well, what is it?
This is something I learned in writing.
Right.
I also learned it in dancing. I also learned it in performing.
Oh, really?
And I think that you know this because you're a gutsier person than I am.
Well, what is it all about?
Okay. I want to discuss with people about listening to your own voice.
Oh.
When you have a direction from somebody, when you have a project, when you're trying to create something.
Yes.
Pay attention to what it is you really want to do. Listen to your voice.
Oh.
Not just hear it, but follow through on what your voice is advising you.
Well, you mean don't just think about it, but do it.
Obey it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think that's a good suggestion.
So, for instance, when you're working with a director,
yes.
Do you obey the director, or do you also listen to what you think about playing a part?
Well, usually I start with what I think is the right thing, and then the director kind of shapes it or picks out what he wants,
or screws you up.
Well, they can.
They
do
do.
that.
They do. They do.
Yes, I'm not.
Gee, I remember in Clear Day.
Yeah,
you had a war with the guy.
Well, that was an unusual situation.
Well, because they had Louis Jourdan in the role, and they wanted you to do what Louis did, but what Louis did, you knew wasn't working.
Well, actually, what happened was that we had a room in the hotel, and I never left it, and the director would come and call me down to his room, and he would direct me all the way through the show. But he would play
all the parts.
Yeah, he would play Barbara's part.
Well, anyway, keep away from Clear Day.
Okay.
Get to the present.
All right.
Do you ever get into a situation these days where you don't want to do what the director told you to do? And do you listen to your own voice, or do you let the director screw you up?
Well, you have to be very careful because you can. I try to fool the director sometimes.
How?
But
tell the truth.
I say, oh yes, of course, I know what you mean, and then kind of sneak it back into what I want to do. Well,
you do that with me all the time. Ha. You listen to your own voice. I say, John.
Well, let's
do so and so.
Just don't talk about that.
Okay. Onward. Give me this example.
An example of
how a director
over directing.
Yeah.
Well, there was one time when we were doing the close-ups in a scene. There were about 4 people, and we were around a pool table. And
what show was this?
I think it was probably something in Northern Exposure, probably,
okay.
Because we had different directors, and the director said that they were doing my close-up.
You explained that they do a scene generally, and then they do close-ups of each of the.
That's right. I didn't even have any lines. I was just watching the pool table, and he came to me, the director, and said, "Oh, John, that was lovely. But it might be better if you toned it down a little bit."
Toned it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, "Okay, fine."
So you toned it down.
That's right. And they shot the scene, and then he came to me, "John, that's much better. I tell you what. Could you tone it down just a little bit more?" And I said, fine, sure.
So of course you obeyed him.
Oh, yes. I was trying to do what he wanted. And they shot the scene. And he came to me and said, John, I think we've almost got it. But could you pull it back just a little bit more? And I said, well, I wasn't doing anything. And he looked at me and he said, it's still too much.
The moral of this story, folks, because we've explained already, you already see the point that we don't really pay attention to the people that are advising us. We do what we think is best. And so that's the point of this story.
That's a good thing.
So thank you very much, John Cullum. You're about to say more.
But you want me to do what you want me to do.
I want you and I to end this video because I watch a little clock while we're talking.
All right.
And I don't want you people to watch us and get bored.
Oh, no.
Okay, so thank you very much for listening.
And we'll see you next week.
Yes.
This is AI.R. See you next week.